Greatest Hits Radio is coming to the south.
The new name for Wave 105.
Tiffany, I think we're alone now on Wave 105, so that is it from me. Yes, after 17 years. Time for me to hang my headphones up here. I just want to say thank you so much for listening over the time that I've been here. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to be on Wave 105. I want to thank Andy Shier for being a great boss. I've had so much fun making all the jingly bits, all the sweepers, all the promos, and all the production that you hear between the songs. That's been an absolute pleasure to make. And good luck to Rick and Mark and all the team at Greatest Hits Radio as they hand over from Wave 105. And from me, thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to you again one day.
This is tough for me. This is really tough because this is the final time that you will hear me on Wave 105. That's it from Early Breakfast. Alex Lester will be here from tomorrow morning at 4 on Greatest Hits Radio. Thank you, Wave 105, for the last 25 years. I started here in November 1998. It was the 22nd of November 1998 that I did my first show on Wave 105. Today is my last, and I want to thank you for your support of a fantastic radio station. And I wish Rick, Mark and all the team at Greatest Hits Radio all the very best. This song seems rather apt to end the show on. Thank you.
We've been a family.
Yes, absolutely.
We genuinely have.
And we still will be going on in the future. We'll still be here, me and Michael and Mark as well, keeping you company. But it's just a big thank you to everyone that's listened to this radio station over the years and made it the success that it has been. And, of course, the breakfast show going forward. The new bosses have listened to it, and lots of the stuff that you know and love will stay as well. So there is familiarity too. And we'll still do your birthdays. We'll still do your births and your retirements and everything that we've carried on doing, we will carry on doing. So my I suppose message is, Kate, all the best for the future. I know we'll be speaking again.
Lovely.
I know we will be. Do not worry about that. Michael, thanks for going on holiday an excellent week and leaving me on my own. Oh, I've got Jason Beck, haven't I, next week? Thank you, dear listener, for listening and being part of this amazing journey. And I hope you stay with us because we're still here, we're still local, and we'll still be there to entertain you. But for the last, 25 years, it really has been the life of Riley.
Yeah. That is just about it from me on Wave. Thank you very much for being there over the last 16 years. Of course, my journey with Wave is only part of the story. 26 years of entertaining the South. I just want to say how incredibly proud I am, by the way, of the whole Wave team who have been so professional in the last month or so, because I know it's been a very tricky time for them and it's going to be a tough old day today. But most of all, I want to say thank you to the listeners, to you. No radio station is anything without its listeners, and the love and loyalty and support that you've shown for us in recent weeks has been truly unbelievable. We're all incredibly moved. Greatest Hits Radio will be here from 10 o'clock tonight. That lineup of Rick Jackson, Ken Bruce, Mark Collins and Simon Mayo is like some kind of fantasy radio lineup. So please give it a try.
Wave 105, the South's best variety of hits, and, well, that's almost it for me, in fact, and it's been an absolute privilege to just play a small part in this wonderful radio station's history. Some of the loveliest people that I've worked with, and genuinely the loveliest listeners. You getting in touch with your stories, sharing your life with us. We were with each other through the pandemic. How long ago that all seems. And we really have been through a lot. And it's been an absolute honour that you've let me into your life every afternoon, whether you just have us on in the background, in the office, in the car, whether you listen avidly and hang on every single word. Mum, that's about it. Thank you. Thank you so much, and all the best. And I know you're in very safe hands with Greatest Hits Radio, who'll be along here. And, I don't want to go on. I'm not one of those ones that oh, hang on a sec. Who's this? Sorry, there's someone at the loitering by the studio door. Hang on a second.
Mr. Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Shepherd. Is it Tony?
I'm on air. The red light is on. Can you not
Yeah,
see?
we need you to come down the police station. You are being detained.
Oh, goodness me.
For gratuitous use of dad jokes on air.
You're joking.
No, that's the whole point.
Well, I didn't want it to end like this, but, I guess I'll see you later.
Level 42, leaving me now, as we must now. The gratuitous plug, if you want to find out what I'm up to, just go to iamstevepower.com. But it was 25 years ago that I walked up the path to this building, and this has been, I would not say my place of work ever since. It's been my place to escape, and it's been my place where I've enjoyed being, a happy place with like-minded people. And I remember when I first started here, I spoke to our managing director, and he told me that he recruited on the policy of 25% talent and 75% fitting in. He said, you can always teach talent, and you can up that part of it, but if you don't fit in, you won't. And I won't tell you what he told those that didn't to do, but it began with an F and ended with an O. Wave has become a family for me. It's been a wonderful experience for 25 years, from the early days of co-hosting breakfast. I was asked to do that by an Australian friend of ours called Lee, who was looking for a new presenter, and he said, I don't suppose you could hold the fort for 6 months, could you? That turned into 17 and a half years. In that time, we had various breakfast co-hosts. We saw Wave rise from a standing start to being absolutely huge in the south. Wave 105 Live, the Wave 105 balloon, it dominated the landscape. We had Christmas events. We took people's lives through. Listeners that have listened to this station going to school, they're now married and they're picking their own kids up from school. That is what this station became to many. Now, 105.2 on FM and DAB starts its next chapter from tomorrow with Greatest Hits Radio. You'll hear Rick and Mark, and you'll hear Ken and Simon. Please give them your support and embrace it. I've made many friends and colleagues here over the years. I've worked with some of the best in the business. A lot of them will still be here for your delight and delectation. Before I go, two people I must mention. One of them's right opposite to me now, Selena Ross, who has been not just my co-host, she has been an absolute rock to me. I've spent more time talking to her than anyone else, and she has seen me through the good times, the bad times, and all the times in between. But I'll leave you with the thought from our managing director when I started, and indeed until recently, Martin Ball, the most amazing man, the man that made Wave what it is today, and deserves all the credit. And when I went to his office just after I'd started, I said to him, what do you want me to do when I finish the breakfast show? Do you want me to go out on sales calls? And he said, no, I want you to go home, I want you to live your life, and I want you to tell me about it the next day on the radio. And that's hopefully what I've done for you in the last 25 years. Thank you.
Gloria, Laura Branigan and Andrew Gold, Lonely Boy, as we end the last couple of hours of Wave 105 before we hand over the baton to Greatest Hits Radio with Ken Bruce and Rick Jackson at breakfast, and Mark Collins will be there. If you've been with us over the last 25 years, as a lot of you have, as I said last night, over 100 emails I replied to just over the last couple of days or so, you might like to join me at around 20 to 10 this evening for a look back at some of the best bits of Wave 105 before we hand over that baton to Greatest Hits Radio tonight.
This is Peter Nicholson, Chairman of Wave 105.2 FM. Welcoming you for the very first time. I'd like to thank everyone who has helped make this moment possible. It's been a great team effort. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome to the South's new FM. That's Wave. Wave 105.2 FM.
Well, good morning. I'm Andy Sheldon, and this is Wave 105.2, the South's brand new radio station, where you're going to find better music and great talk from Weymouth to Worthing, from Basingstoke to Blackgang Chine, every single day of the week. I hope you're well. I cannot tell you just how exciting this day is. At last, we have a grown-up radio station for the South's grown-ups, no matter how old you are.
Steve Power at breakfast.
A lot of suggestions from Wave 105 Peace Prize. Jenny, where are you going and why are you excited?
I'm still on Town Quay looking at Red Jet 5.
Right.
Just about to go to work, and I want to nominate the commander. He comes over in the morning, he says, "Good morning, wish your commander here."
Right.
We're cruising at 4 knots.
Yeah. And it sets you up for the day, does it?
It does, yeah.
So
It makes my
shallow.
day.
Have you seen the commander?
No, I think his name's Nick Cook, but I'm not sure.
Hey, all right, sit down. Listen, you had a question. You decide to accept it for the next 20 minutes. Just played you over my shoulder, Mike and the Mechanics. Let's come up with song titles or artists with body parts in them. Let's go to the phones. Ian, morning.
When I Need You.
When I Need You. Yes. Brilliant.
Good day, sunshine. Wave 105.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm Sean Aquilina at Fratton Park. The administrator running Portsmouth has vowed to save the club.
Mark Collins' Morning Show on Wave 105.
Kylie, thank you very, very much for taking a bit of time out to chat to me today.
Nice to talk with you.
Cheryl Cole, thank you very much for joining me today.
I love your honey.
Rod, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and thank you very much for talking to me today.
All right, my friend, thank you. You lie.
Howard, Gary, thank you very much for joining me today. Now, the last time we spoke was at Lancashire County Cricket Ground in Manchester. Excellent. Meatloaf, thank you very much for talking to me today.
She's so lovely.
Roy, Greg, and Rear Admiral Pete from Scouting for the Girls. Welcome to Wave 105. How are you?
She's so lovely.
Annie Lennox, I wish you all the best with your new album. Thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thank
Great
you.
to
It's
meet.
lovely to talk with you.
And I wish to God that kids like you could be like everyone.
If you Googled James Morrison then, you got a footballer and an Australian musician.
Yeah.
If you Google James Morrison now, you're first.
Wave 105.
Wave 105's insight into living with cancer in 2010. Life doesn't have to stop with a cancer diagnosis. Wave 105.
Well, the music's fabulous. We like Steve Power, don't we?
The news is always up to date, travel information.
The South's Wave 105.
The Reds from Southampton. King of Hearts from Bournemouth. Gareth Ike from Rye. Lee Mary Stokes from Portsmouth. Just some of the artists we featured on the Sunday Night Showcase.
And it is time for the Sunday Night Showcase. It's a bit where we support local up-and-coming bands and artists. And tonight it's the turn of James McVeigh from Bournemouth. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Howard, thank you for making the journey in on a Sunday night.
Rick Jackson's Big Drive Home.
Wave 105.
It's Wave 105. It's Rick Jackson here. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Where are you?
In the outpatients car park in Bournemouth Hospital.
How long have you been there?
Since 3:30.
Oh, crikey. How long more do you think you're going to be there for?
I would guess at least another hour.
Oh, my word. Now, can you wind down your window quickly?
It's raining.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not. Just very quickly, if you're listening to this and you're stuck in Bournemouth car park, can you have your honk your horns in frustration? Just honk your horns now in frustration.
Can you hear them?
Yes, I can hear them. So we're thinking of you. We're there for you here, you know, Rachel. We're there for everyone.
We do appreciate it.
Let me go home.
I love the programme. It's sort of like tuning into family, really, only much better.
Oh, bless you. Coming up to 5:10, it's a Scoop special today. So, Scoop, come on, tell us, who have you got?
Okay, well, I mean, some guests need no introduction, so may I say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Brian Blessed.
Well, that's marvellous to be on this show. Absolutely. I'd like to say all your listeners and all your viewers, Gordon's alive!
The following programme may contain themes of an adult nature, and some portions may be considered unsuitable for children. Any advice given or implied should be considered to be for entertainment purposes only. You have been warned.
Andy Jackson's Evening Show.
Jonathan, I'm just going to get your reaction as we walk in daylight. How do you feel about the building?
So it is a fantastic location. I mean, if you ever had an archetypal kind of haunted house kind of scenario, this is it. There's paint peeling from the walls, but it's very, very atmospheric.
Andy Jackson's evening show.
We're kind of bringing good luck into the house. I'm liking that as well, Rosie.
Tibetan symbols.
Thank goodness it's after 9. Hey.
So an awful lot of pieces to go into your jigsaw puzzle, Kate. Do you understand me?
Oh my God, you totally blown me away.
All day today, we're raising money for disadvantaged children in the South. Here's where your money goes.
My name is Margaret Hannibal. I'm from Mosaic. I'm the Director of Operations within the charity. We're a child-centred charity covering the county of Dorset, supporting children who have been bereaved.
Wave 105.
My two were in the Remembrance Sunday service in Gosport on Sunday on the parade, and of course I'm here. I'm doing my show, so Sarah's sending me videos of them, and I'm watching them walk past them, all proud as punch and all the rest of it. And Freddie's looking at the camera and waving at Mummy as it goes past, and they all start to slow down. I'm like, look up, Freddie! There's going to be a crash. There's going to be a crash. And I was just like half expecting one of them to pick their nose halfway through, but they didn't.
Excellent.
They didn't.
Brilliant.
So it all went to plan.
It's Eternal and BB Winans on Wave. Tony Shepherd here, and I've just been reading about sales of cassette tapes. They've reached their highest level in nearly 2 decades. Apparently, they made up over 1/10 of chart sales in the last 12 months. New releases like those from Arctic Monkeys and Harry Styles have helped them, the sales figures go through the roof, from the looks of things, which is just great. I love the fact we're going back to cassettes. In fact, I'm going to play this next song off cassette, but I've just not managed to rewind it yet, so hang on just a sec. Just rewind this Girls Aloud one. I was just listening to it earlier. It's almost done. Here we go. Oh, I've left the Dolby on. Hang on. Turn that off. That's better. It's chewed it up now. I've got to wind it back in. Anyone got a pencil?
Yeah, here's one.
Thanks. Oh, you don't get this with MP3.
And tonight, questions courtesy of Helen Lewis, and the subject tonight is cross dogs. I'm not talking about those that are a bit snarly and showing their teeth. I'm talking about dogs that are crossed with others.
Oh.
I'll tell you the two breeds. You tell me what they become when they interbreed. Like it? Like it?
Oh, my goodness.
To be honest, don't think too hard. Just go with it. So, a Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to get your thing up.
All right.
Travel Ross.
Cockapoo.
Cockapoo. See?
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
A Labrador and a Poodle.
News Rawlings.
A Labradoodle.
A Labradoodle. A Pomeranian and a Toy Poodle. Go with your gut. Go with... What do you say? Say what you see.
Travel Ross.
Pommyoodle.
No, but on the right lines.
In 2010, Wave 105 gave away thousands of pounds cash.
You won £1,000!
You are wonderful!
Jumped out of planes for Wave 105 Cash for Kids.
You're on the radio, don't scream.
Wave 105, first for news.
Well, the Ark Royal loomed out of the thick fog that's engulfed Portsmouth Harbour.
Brought you star interviews.
Howard, Gary, thank you very much for joining me today.
And more big artists, up close and personal.
Ellie, you've just come off stage at the Soul Cellar here in Southampton for our up close and personal gig.
Wave 105 kept you informed during the bad weather.
Snow affecting the roads and also the schools this morning. We'll have a full list.
And you helped us raise £73,000 worth of toys with our Cash for Kids toy appeal. Listen for even more in 2011.
This is Wave 105.
The South's best variety of hits.
So, that was then, and this is now. 25 years, 9 months, 15 days, and 10 hours later. And with so much to celebrate and remember, it's time for one of radio's giants to pass the baton over to another. From everyone here at Wave Towers, thank you for listening and being a part of our amazing journey, which continues in a moment with the launch of Greatest Hits Radio.
Wave 105.
Oh, wait, sorry about this. Let me just get the door. We've been expecting some people. Oh, it's Greatest Hits Radio. Hello.
Hello, Wave.
Come on in.
Oh, thanks.
Here, take a seat. Make yourself at home.
It's nice in here.
But before I go, just 2 little things.
Yeah, of course.
Good luck, Greatest Hits Radio.
Oh, thank you.
And...
Yes?
Take care of our lovely listeners, won't you?
They'll be in safe hands.
Standing in the door of the pink flamingo, crying in the rain.
The new sound of Greatest Hits Radio in the South is coming. Tomorrow morning from 10.
The top stories this hour. The boss of Britain's biggest water company insists it's... From Sky News, I'm Anna Bates.
The new sound of Greatest Hits Radio in the South.
I'm Rick Jackson. Looking forward to starting your day with the greatest hits at breakfast. And handing over to the legend, Ken Bruce, at 10.
And we'll stop for Popmaster every morning at 10:30. I'll also have the greatest love song and your golden years too. Then at 1, it's Mark Collins.
Join me weekday afternoons for the biggest songs of the 70s, 80s and 90s. The best soundtrack across the South before passing the baton to Simon Mayo.
Here every afternoon with the Drive Time drama, Confessions, and ending the week with the original All Request Friday.
The new sound of Greatest Hits Radio in the South.
Sound like this.
Tomorrow morning from 10.